Hey guys, welcome back to Chacan Ranch. Today I am sharing a recipe that is on my blog. It's the walnut toffee crunch candy, and it doesn't have to be walnut. You can use any type of nut that you have. Yeah, I'm looking at my blog and I'm going to be reading this recipe straight off of here. Don't worry about making this caramel because it's actually not that hard. The candy is super sweet, super crunchy, and it's like a hard caramel with nuts. Really, really delicious. Perfect for the holiday season. Also, I want to mention that I am part of a candy collab for December. This collab is hosted by Mountain Grandma and Yogi Hollow Farm. I will have those two channels linked below. There's a whole playlist of candy recipes and a lot of great ideas have already been shown. So pretty excited about trying out some new recipes. There's going to be a live stream on Yogi Hollow's farm channel on January 3rd, and there's going to be a lot of really great and awesome giveaways. Don't miss that live stream. Okay, so for this recipe, we're going to need 1 cup nuts, 1 cup sugar, 1 cup butter, half a teaspoon of salt, and a little bit of vanilla, 60 milliliters of water. Somebody brought me a big bag of walnuts. They have a walnut tree growing at their house. I've been making a lot of goodies with these walnuts, which has been a big blessing. How cute is this? Into this pot, we're putting in sugar, butter, salt, and vanilla, and water. We're going to put this on medium heat and start cooking it. It's going to go through different phases of cooking. It will change color as well. By the way, I'm not using a candy thermometer. You can use a candy thermometer, but I just look and listen, and then I do the little test in the water, which I will show you in the cold water. So for this recipe, if you're using the candy thermometer, you're going to want to heat up this caramel up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and then pour it over your nuts. See how foamy it's getting? Really cool. Just want to keep stirring it. Once it starts to become darker in color, first it's going to have a latte color, and then it's going to have like a caramel deep color, deeper brown. But keep cooking it. It takes about 20 minutes to cook this caramel, I would say. But you can't really walk away from this either. You kind of have to stay here and keep watching it and stirring it. I'm also going to roast the nuts just a tiny bit on a dry skillet. And you're going to want to set up a glass pan or a baking sheet. And then I put a parchment paper inside. You can also use any kind of nut for this recipe. I think some other great ones, you can use peanuts, almonds, cashews. You can also do hazelnuts. Just about any nut will be probably delicious in this candy. Okay, so on this parchment paper, we're going to put the nuts. This last phase of cooking the caramel takes the longest. It just kind of keeps foaming and keeps getting this thicker consistency. See that? Do you see how it's starting to change the color? starting to get brown. It's almost done. This recipe is great because there is no high fructose corn syrup. It's almost done. Oh, I'm going to show you the water trick. So I have some water in here. Let's get a little bit of this and plop it in there. And then when you take it out, you can see it's like a hard caramel. All right, I'm going to take this off the heat and pour it over our nuts. Let's go do that. And then you're just going to spread this out. That looks good. We're going to let this sit for a few hours, or it would be better even overnight. So for this second recipe, I also have it on my blog. It's super simple. All you're gonna need is some tea biscuits, butter, condensed milk. I also want to mention about the condensed milk. When you're buying it from the store, please read the back. Some of the condensed milk, I have noticed, they write bioengineered products, milk products, I think. Do not buy that one. I know the Eagle brand in Costco or in Walmart. The Eagle brand is the best because it only has 2 ingredients, milk and sugar. So just be careful. Or you can make your own condensed milk. I have a recipe for that on my blog. I make it with honey, but you can also make it with sugar. Cocoa powder, and of course some nuts. Nuts of your choice. I'm using walnuts again. I did roast them up a little bit, so. Okay, here's the biscuit crumbs. These are the sizes that I like. These are a little bit too big, but they will still work. They're just gonna look like bigger pieces of fat in the salami. Okay, we're gonna transfer all of this into a bigger bowl. And to this, we're adding butter. We're gonna add this, add in the nuts and condensed milk. Okay, this is how it's supposed to look. Kind of very sticky. Okay, we're gonna get a parchment paper. Okay, I got 3 salamis. By the way, this would be like a really good Christmas gift as well for like a party or something. I'm gonna stick these into the freezer, and then we're gonna All right, guys, we made it to the end. Let's do a little taste test. You're gonna hear a really big crunch on this. Super good. And now, this reminds me of my childhood. So good. We always made this when I was growing up.